Out and about in Cornwall. Despite being from New Zealand, I currently live in Cornwall, so this is the Cornish Mining World Heritage Site. Cornwall obviously is quite well known for its mining heritage, and they have a World Heritage Site here with 10 unique areas. So we put this together a little while ago, and just got it out last week. So here's the homepage. These are all the unique areas that you can come and visit. There are quite a lot of features on this site. We do a membership section for it as well, so you can sign up and join, which gives you access to extra content. The site itself is very heavy on media. There is just they've just got so many photos and so many banners. Oh, and somebody's won the competition for the banner. I have to add that tomorrow. So yeah, nice new orchard site. Quite pleased with it. It's very fast.
Feedback on the implementation.
Implementation's been good. The user stuff has been a little challenging, but we've got there in the end. Design-wise, this is all very much based on bag parts. So each of these items, this one is an item in a bag, this one is an item in a bag, the tab arrangement here is a bag with bags for each tab. So they're all editable, and we kind of do a block arrangement where blocks that you can put into the bag parts which fit the kind of approved designs. Same with these banners, they're just an addition to a bag part, so you can put them on every page if you want to, or not, as the case may be. Same with these blocks.
This page, the St. Just Mining District, this is one content item?
This is one content item made up of probably 20 odd bagged content items, 20 odd blocks.
So this content item is a bag of different kind of items, like sections, like text, like things, or are there 5 different bags of different things?
There's 3 bags. We have a bag for what we call the before body section, which is this area up here.
So they can add stuff there.
So they can add stuff here. And then we have a bag for the body, which is all of this kind of down to about here. Okay. And then we have an after body bag for banners and link blocks to link to other pages here. So let you scroll through. Packers here.
I assume the difficulty here was not to create the bags and to edit the bags, but to talk with the customer about how the page is organized and what is variable in each part of the page. So you can now define, okay, now I need 3 bags or 4 bags, and then each bag will have that.
Yeah, the customer's actually been really great and picked this one up really quickly. They've very quickly. I know it's getting late, but I'll show you a little bit of the back end. I think that the site's got upwards of 300 pages at the moment. So if we were to pick one of the areas that we were just looking at here, you see I render the taxonomies that they're tagged with in these little areas on the admin list.
It's an area, it's a page.
It is a page. So what you end up with is tabs. So they have the tags, obviously, have a maps module where you can place polygons, draw polygons.
Wow.
For the actual area. That's on NuGet if anybody wants it. And then we have a summary part, which just contains all the summary information about the...
Can you click on the map and it adds something directly in the...
Yeah, I won't because we're on the live
Okay,
site.
okay, but that's the goal. This module,
But yeah, you can click here and you can drag these around and
break it.
just remind me to click cancel. And then you select the media for kind of all the summary stuff, for what this is when it's in the summary view, all the banner media. And then we get onto the before bloody block, sorry, the block contents. So this is a centered media block, which can either have a video in it or a picture with a little bit of text. So dark mode doesn't really work very well with this editor either. Much better.
What is the editor?
This is CK editor. Use that as a preference because it allows us better styling in here to give some specifics to what the customer needs. So yeah, so you get those blocks there, and then you get the body areas.
And the other question, I saw the left, right, center. These are the tabs of the placement in the admin.
That's correct, yeah. So we use a bit of placement here, and the idea was to give them a little bit of a hint about what the content is looking like. So this one relates to this one here. So you've got left, center, right. Because otherwise you don't know, because there's so many of these. Oh, actually, there's not too many there, but when you get onto some of the other pages, there's maybe 10 of them. And it was all done to fit a design by some designers that we work with. So we choose to use this arrangement rather than using widgets where you might be able to size them with, you know, the 25 or the 50%, because we need them to fit in specific places, and we can't, in order to keep with the design, which they paid quite a lot of money for. This allows us to just be specific about the design.
If I were to make a site, I will use the same CMS as you. It looks super powerful.
You know, there's nothing you can't do with it, which is what we like. So yeah, when you get into the tab blocks, it's just, you know,
And it works.
and it works.
Like,
And
it
it's
doesn't
like,
hang. I mean, there is so much data, you know, that I'm afraid that we will hit a limit on the browser number of items on the side of the page.
there are some form settings that sometimes you have to increase when you do too much of that. But so far, this has been up for a week. It's went up on last Thursday, and it's quick. All the media is hosted in a CDN because, as I said, they've got a lot of media, and you know, they like to put a lot of banners on the pages. But the pages already load really quickly. Everything is cached, so any of these areas like this, which are list based, the list itself is cached. So once we hit this page, it'll stay in the cache for about 12 hours, just making the pages faster and faster.
So how did you handle that? Why? How?
So mostly for that, I just have a couple of custom list part templates, which use the cache tag helpers. And they just have dependencies on the content items. So as you edit them, they'll clear. So then call a reasonable amount of analysis when we were first working on this a few months ago, and we're down to about probably 2 or 3 SQL queries per page most of the time, like the content item itself, and sometimes a taxonomy.
Okay. Because we don't have output cache yet, and we don't need it.
Because we don't need it. I mean, typically with Orchard 1, we rely on output cache and Redis, which is also great and keeps these going fast. But instead, we have this, which is just, it's a little bit easier to use, to be honest. But output cache would be nice.
Full CMS or decouple?
Full CMS. We know Orchard well enough to work with placement and like placement.
Okay.
And display management.
I like your admin menu. because it's not obvious that you can do such things when you start with Outro. But when you show something like that, people are like, yeah, I can do that. What is events, for instance? You make a custom date time part and then don't show us something that we are not allowed to see, okay?
I don't think there's anything here, but yes. Yes, I mean, this is the admin menus are just made with the admin menus. We just go, oh, here's a content item. What's the link to it? And
I like your edit buttons.
and just add these in as nodes here with a link to the content items, which just keeps it simple for the clients. We've focused quite a lot on this this particular website with trying to get something that, because there is so many pages, that is easy to maintain. So this is the home page, which just has, again, blocks. You can move these all around if you want to reorder it. The link blocks, just use the content pickers so that they can change where the links go easily. And it'll pull all the text and the banner images in from them, which is why we heavily cached that page, because otherwise it would just be making a lot of SQL queries to get at it. And they must have added this one in themselves yesterday, so they've obviously they're figuring out how to use it, which is great.
Great. Thank you.